today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Slant to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, these two teams met in Vegas earlier in the season with the Raiders winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Second down, Jacobs once more. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out too.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the he's an asset to have in any offense.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to...
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
On 1st down, Garvin. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. For the Broncos, it's 7-3 now on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They run. It's Williams. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 4th and short. They had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Here we go. Luka 19.
Back to throw. Garvin, flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Myers in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Davante Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders are able to stretch out their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. He'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Looking to throw.
Garvin. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Oh, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
Mayfield looks to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the 1st by a few yards. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and the lead will stay put at 17.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through.
And the Raiders have got him.
Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down, Mayfield.
It gets it right back to Mayer.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Mayfield now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Trey Tucker.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Mayfield on first down.
That's to Mayer, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. going to look deep down the field.
And that's going to be incomplete.
So we've reached halftime with a
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm, and we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun.
Garvin. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw.
Garvin. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
On the slant, completes to Sutton.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Looking to throw.
Garvin. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. It's his perspective. They could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Josh Allen.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Throwing on first down. Garvin got a man open. It's Sutton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Back to throw. Garvin eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Mayfield on play action. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's out right at the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, what a juke into space. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Here's Mayfield running the option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some space here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And coming out now, the Broncos.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Garvin flushed out right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
On 1st and 10, Garvin. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about
Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue.